Chapter 114 The Charming Gentleman. Tonight don't keep me waiting too long. After pausing for only 2 seconds, Dong Wanyi asked Chairman, "Where will our team-building event be held?" Chen Yuan thought for a moment. 5-star hotel, the best KTV, bars, whatever you want. But just remember one thing. Dong Wanyi blinked her big eyes. What thing? Tonight's expenses are all on young Master Chen. The elevator doors opened, and Chen Yuan stepped out. Dong Wanyi hurried to follow. Tonight's expenses. The company cafeteria was even more crowded than usual. Chen Yuan and Dong Wanyi couldn't find a seat to eat. The employees offered to give up their seats, but Chen Yuan refused, watching the chaos. Chen Yuan's desire to move to a new office grew even stronger. Still, skipping lunch was an option, especially since he was still growing. Missing a meal might make him lose a centimeter in height. If that centimeter was lost from his hair, it would be fine. But if it was lost elsewhere? Chen Yuan glanced outside, then said to Dong Wanyi, "There's clearly no room here. Let's go to the Western restaurant nearby for something to eat." Dong Wanyi looked around. A man and a woman going to a Western restaurant for dinner. Was that appropriate? But if she just thought of him as a minor. Chen Yuan turned to see Dong Wanyi standing still. "What are you waiting for? If you don't want to go, I'll go alone." Even better, he could save a little money. Clearly, Dong Wanyi had the same thought. The boss was treating, why not take advantage of it? She bit her red lips and hurried after him. Dong Wanyi's eyes were slightly dazed. It was hard to believe a 14-year-old could be so elegant. Elegant like a high-quality man who had lived in elite circles for a long time, but without the greasy, over-polished vibe. Chen Yuan cut off a small piece of steak with grace, looked up at Dong Wanyi across the table, and a faint smile tugged at his lips. Internally, he was satisfied. The Western cuisine mastery skill he'd drawn in the lottery, something he thought was useless, had finally come in handy. "Miss Dong, is the food not to your taste?" Chen Yuan leaned forward slightly, his gaze soft as he asked in a low voice. His movements, tone, and words all exuded gentlemanlike charm. "Dong Wanyi, this damnably charming elegance. Ah, no, it's delicious." Somehow, Dong Wanyi suddenly felt a twinge of panic. She even hesitated to meet Chen Yuan's eyes, as if she felt a little inferior. When she realized this, she couldn't believe it. Me? A top student and elite, a wealthy beauty, feeling inferior? Suddenly, she realized it was her inferiority. It was that Chen Yuan was too perfect. A teenager who was not only the chairman of a listed company worth over 1 billion yuan, but also ate Western food with such grace that he became the focus of the entire restaurant. Any ordinary person would feel inferior in front of him. Once she figured this out, a faint smile returned to Dong Wanyi's face. She took a bite of foie gras, then said softly, "Chairman Chen, you're really amazing." Amazing? Using that word to describe a person. Dong Jiangguo ate late because of work. When he arrived, the cafeteria was almost empty. The cafeteria Manager quickly reheated a meal for the vice president, and Dong Jiangguo found a clean table to sit at. He had just taken a few bites when he saw Chen Yuan and Dong Wanyi walk in. His daughter had a soft smile on her face, and she was talking to his boss, with her lips pursed in amusement. Dong Jiangguo felt something was off, but he couldn't put his finger on it. Chen Yuan spotted Dong Jiangguo eating at a glance. "Lao Dong, why are you eating so late?" Dong Jiangguo hurried to reply. "I just finished giving instructions to the development department. Have you eaten yet?" He directed the question to Chen Yuan, but his eyes were on his daughter. Chen Yuan said casually, "The cafeteria was too crowded, so Manager Dong and I went out to grab something at a Eastern restaurant." "Grab something?" Dong Wanyi looked at her father, then turned back to Chen Yuan. "Chairman Chen, I still have work to do. I'll go back first." Chen Yuan nodded, then called after her as she turned to leave. "Oh, and don't forget about tonight. Don't keep me waiting too long." Dong Wanyi turned around and gave him a sweet smile. "I won't forget." Dong Jiangguo almost spat out the food in his mouth. "Tonight? Keep you waiting? What are you two planning to do? I'm right here and you're all ready." Though if Chen Yuan became his son-in-law, that wouldn't be bad. But Dong Jiangguo grabbed Chen Yuan's arm. "Chairman, you too, tonight?" Chen Yuan looked suddenly enlightened. "Oh right, come along too tonight." "Come along. I'm her father. I'm inviting Li Changji and Guan Fenji. You and the others too. Let's all have fun together." Dong Jiangguo. "Chairman, do you mean team building? What else?" Dong Jiangguo let out a sigh of relief and smiled. "I thought it was team building too." Team building was good. Free food and drinks, and he didn't have to sacrifice his daughter. Chen Yuan patted Dong Jiangguo's shoulder and said with asmal, "Remember Toka Mishanting, I'll go back first." Dong Jiangguo immediately agreed. "Sure, I'll be there." After Chen Yuan got on the elevator, Dong Jiangguo looked down at his plate. "Sigh, if I'd known, I wouldn't have eaten lunch." Back in his office, Chen Yuan took off his coat and walked into the inner lounge. A midday nap was still important when Chen Yuan lay down. The drone in the air landed on the desk, and ads immediately started playing on the live stream. Player Unknown's Battlegrounds, experience a different kind of gunfight life. When Chen Yuan woke up, he checked his phone on the desk. It was already 2 p.m. Sigh, the boring life of a care man was about to begin again. Just as he was about to settle in for another boring afternoon, he suddenly read Dong Lai's request that morning, buy clothes. As a parent, Chen Yuan felt he'd been a little negligent. Dong Lai's clothes were already in such a state, and he'd almost forgotten about it. Was this any different from when Dong Lai was the dad? The more he thought about it, the more he felt he'd been unreasonable. He couldn't let Dong Lai be wronged. He stood up, put on his coat, and walked out. As soon as he stepped out, he ran into Yu, who was carrying documents. "Chairman Chen going out again?" Chen Yuan sighed. "Yeah, busy with the company, then busy with family. I won't talk more. I'm in a hurry." After taking the elevator down, Luo Shang, who was always on duty, hurried over. Chairman, are you going out? Chen Yuan nodded. Yes. To the mall, buy a couple of sets of clothes. Got it. Chapter 115. Go to middle school and pick up Dong Lai for me. At Luo Zhang's words, he immediately opened the rear car door. Once Chen Yuan got in, he walked around to the driver's seat. Leader, you should be bought new clothes long ago. Look at those pants, they race so short. I thought they were cropped pants. Chen Yuan shifted his legs. Do you think you Ray being funny? Just focus on driving. Luo Shang let out an awkward laugh after the car pulled into a parking space. Chen Yuan got out immediately. Luo Shang, who had also gotten out, looked at Chen Yuan and asked, Boss, should I come with you? I can help carry things or something. Chen Yuan thought for a moment. He needed to buy clothes for himself and for his dad Dong Lai. Carrying everything alone would indeed be a hassle. Come along. Luo Zhang's face lit up. Got it. He knew that if he took good care of the boss, a promotion might be unlikely, but a raise was definitely possible. The two walked into the commercial street. The pedestrian mall was extremely long, with all kinds of brand name stores. Chen Yuan walked straight to the Armani counter with ease. Zhu Menju, the salesperson who had served Chen Yuan last time, was currently helping a wealthy lady look at handbags. This lady was a regular customer and always spent generously. Zhu Mengyu was certain she could sell a bag worth tens of thousands of yuan today, earning herself a commission of several hundred yuan. While attending to the lady, she glanced toward the door. At the sight of the two figures standing there, a sense of familiarity washed over her. She seemed to have seen them somewhere before. When her eyes fell on the teenager's clothes, her memory clicked. It was him, the wealthy young man who had spent so generously last time. He had bought 2 sets of clothes from the store, spending over 100,000 yuans. Her commission alone had been more than 1,000 yuans. This was a VIP customer. Zhu Mengyu's first instinct was to go over and greet him. Just then, the wealthy lady pointed to a limited edition Armani bag and said, Bring that one over for me to see. Zhu Mengyu was torn. The lady in front of her was alloy regular, but the teenager by the door, though young, was an even bigger spender. In reality, she had no choice. How could she abandon a customer she was already serving to attend to someone else? With a forced smile and a heavy heart, Zhu Mengyu fetched the bag and handed it to the lady. When she looked back at Chen Yuan, she saw another salesperson had already walked up to him. Zhu Mengyu knew she had lost the chance to serve this big spender today. Xiao Yu, the salesperson, walked up to Chen Yuan. She immediately recognized the 56000 yuan Giorgio Armani vest suit he was wearing. A wealthy heir. Definitely a wealthy heir. She loved serving customers like this. As for the man standing next to him, he had a decent build but wore tasteless clothes that looked like they came from a street stall. His overall demeanor was unimpressive. He must be the driver. After sizing them up, Xiao Yu smiled and asked, Welcome. Is there anything I can help you with? Chen Yuan nodded and glanced around casually. I want to buy a few sets of clothes. A few sets of clothes. Zhao Yu almost didn't understand. It was the first time she dared a customer at Armani use such a casual term. Please take a look around. I can introduce some styles to you if you'd like. Chen Yuan waved his hand. No need for introductions, I'll just browse on my own. As soon as he finished speaking, he stopped and pointed to the outfit on a mannequin. This one looks good, I'll take it. Zhao Yu, you really are browsing casually. This set was a casual style suspender pants outfit. Chen Yuan thought it would suit Dong Lai, who was busy studying. The price of this set is 47,000 yuans. Chen Yuan waved off the mention of price. Don T. Talk about money, just note the height and weight. 180 centimeters tall, 80 kilograms. As for body type, he glanced at Luo Shang beside him. About the same as him. Luo Shang, standing nearby, was practically drooling with envy. About the same body type. But what a difference in fate. He wished he had a parent like this too. Zhao Yu quickly replied politely. Please keep looking around. I'll have someone fetch the right size for you. Chen Yuan picked out clothes at an astonishing speed, so fast that Zhao Yu could barely believe it. In just a short while, he had selected 4 sets, each a pretty high-end item. The total cost would definitely exceed 200,000 yuans. She was overjoyed. This was a huge customer. Chen Yuan glanced around boredly, feeling there was nothing else that caught his eye. All right, these will do. I'll pack them up for you right away. Chen Yuan nodded, took out his bank card, and walked toward the check-out counter. After a few steps, he spotted Zhu Mengyu standing nearby. Zhu Mengyu was having a terrible day. The wealthy lady hadn't ended up buying anything, so she'd gotten no commission. To make matters worse, Chen Yuan had bought several sets of clothes. If she'd had echo ice, she would have abandoned the lady to serve Chen Yuan instead. When she saw Chen Yuan looking at her, Zhu Mengyu forced Asmal. We meet again. Chen Yuan thought for a moment. He remembered she had been the one to serve him last time and had even given him a business card which he had casually thrown into the trash. Zhu Mengyu. He smiled and said, Miss Zhu, I'll go pay first. Zhu Mengyu hurried to respond. Go ahead, don't let me keep you. After Zhao Yu packed up the clothes, she hung them all on Luo Shang. The wealthy lady, who had been watching silently, finally spoke up. Who is he to you? Luo Shang immediately replied. He's my boss, I'm his driver. Boss? Zhao Yu froze. He's not a wealthy heir? Luo Shang curled his lips. Wealthy heir? No way! Our chairman is a self-made millionaire. He built his fortune from scratch. Huh? Zhao Yu's mouth dropped open. Her eyes filled with disbelief. Luo Shang lifted his chin proudly. Check. Life swap challenge on your phone. Then you'll understand. Zhao Yu was even more confused. Was that a reality show? She glanced back at Chen Yuan, then walked over to help him with the checkout. After Zhu Mengyu and Zhao Yu saw the two off, Zhao Yu turned to Zhu Mengyu and asked, Mengyu, who exactly is he? Zhu Mengyu, who had missed out on a huge commission and felt that Xiao Yu had stolen the customer from her, replied coldly, if you want to know, look it up yourself. Luo Shang put the clothes in the car. Should we go somewhere else? Chen Yuan shook his head gently. No, let's go back to the company. When they arrived at the company building, Chen Yuan got out of the car and checked the time on his phone. It was already 4:30 p.m. He thought for a moment, then instructed Luo Shang, my dad. Luo Shang immediately gave a thumbs up. No problem, I'll head over right away. Chapter 116 Dishuang. I really envy you for having such a good dad. Just as Luo Shang started the car, he heard a tap on the window. Seeing it was his boss, he quickly rolled it down. Leader, do you have any other instructions? Chen Yuan smiled and said, his 2 new sets of clothes are in the car. Tell him to put one on when he gets here. It might not be a big occasion, but there was no need to lose face. This time, he take Dong Lai out to see the world a little. Luo Shang immediately agreed, got it. Chen Yuan waved his hand, signaling him to leave. Luo Shang started the car again, made a U-turn, and soon disappeared into the flow of traffic. Watching the departing Cullinan, Chen Yuan shook his head and walked into the building. Chen Donglai ended his wonderful school day amid the agony of reciting texts. Head teacher Ren leaned against the podium and said, tomorrow is festival, so we'll have a day off. I've already assigned homework. I hope everyone finishes it carefully. Chen Donglai. So what if I finish it? Why are you staring only at me when you talk? What do you mean by that? Am in it being serious enough with my work? As soon as he finished speaking, the school dismissal bell rang. Teacher Ren glanced around the classroom. All right, school's out. Agile students quickly packed their things and rushed out of the classroom in 3 seconds. Chen Dong Lai slowly packed his stuff, then slung his huge school bag over his shoulder and walked out. He'd barely taken a few steps when someone threw an arm around his shoulder. Lai Zi, why are you moving so slowly like an old turtle? Chen Donglai turned his head and saw Dishuang's grinning face. His anger flared up instantly. Among the 54 students in the class, only this kid had no respect for him, calling him Lai Zi non-stop every day, hanging off his shoulder like this was even a common occurrence. Chen Donglai stared coldly at him. Dishuang, I think you're just asking for a beating. Who the hell are you calling an old turtle? Dishuang chuckled. See? You've misunderstood me. We're good bros, even fencing a vulgar internet meme to a draw. I was just joking. Why are you taking it so seriously? These new internet terms left Chen Dong Lai confused. What's bro? What's fencing? Is it related to the recent Olympics? It didn't sound like a good thing. He pushed Dishuang's hand away. You little brat, show some respect. I'm your uncle. Dishuang Shan Cirque led back and landed on Chen Dong Lai's shoulder again. Uncle, I've said this 1,000 times. We're classmates, bound by our shared studies. We're good brothers. What's wrong with a little joke? As he spoke, Dishuang's hand formed a claw, ready to pull a prank. Monkey steals the peach. Luckily, Chen Dong Lai reacted quickly. He grabbed Dishuang's hand, threw his school bag on the ground, and snarled, "You little rascal! If I don't teach you a lesson today, you'll never learn who's in charge." Hyung curled his lips. "Come on, Li Z. Cut the act. See that drone in the sky? The second you lay a hand on me, the police will line up to drag you away in a minute, letting you experience a brand new life behind bars upon meaning, inescapable imprisonment." This kid, student Chen Donglai froze and turned around to see head teacher Ren walking over. "Don't you know how important your school bag is? If you were a soldier, your gun would be your weapon on the battlefield. It's the same with a school bag, you ray a student. So your school bag is your weapon. Throwing it away is like throwing down your gun. In battle you ray a deserter." Chen Donglai was dumbfounded. "I really want to grab that weapon and swing it at all of you. No, teacher Ren just now." Before he could finish, Hyung cut in loudly. "Teacher Ren, I was just trying to get classmate Chen to make a study plan and finish the homework the teachers assigned carefully. But for some reason, classmate Chen threw his school bag down and said he wanted to be a new era student and reject forced homework." Chen Donglai sat a mess. Apple bobbed. "Did I say that?" Teacher Ren looked at Chen Donglai suspiciously. He didn't seem like the type to say something like that, but the fact that he'd thrown his school bag was undeniable. Teacher Ren glared at both of them. "Go home and study hard. I'll check your homework when you come back the day after tomorrow." With that, he walked away, carrying his teaching materials under his arm. Chen Donglai shot Hyung a fierce glare. "You set me up." Hyung snickered. "We ray good brothers." "What do you mean set you up? Get lost. Who the hell is your good brother? I'm good brothers with your dad at best." Hyung put his arm around Chen Donglai again. "It's fine being brothers with my dad, works too. We can keep it casual, just like we do with Chen Yuan." Chen Donglai, he really wanted to strangle this annoying Hyung. "This is so infuriating." Chen Donglai quickened his pace, his face still cold. Hyung hurried to catch up. "Li Z, lately a lot of people online have been imitating your poems. They call you God Li now." At the mention of this, Chen Donglai's expression softened a little. Those were just random thoughts, nothing serious." Hyung shook his head. "Your random thoughts are things others can come up with, even if they rack their brains. You've been hailed as the most influential modern poetry immortal. You even have over 3 million fans. Tsk. A proper internet celebrity." Hearing Hyung's flattery, Chen Donglai's mood improved significantly. "I don't care about being an internet celebrity. The main thing is that I love composing poems." Hyung nodded in agreement, a vulgar pun on replacing poems with wet to imply obscenity. Chen Donglai felt something was off about Hyung's sorting, but he couldn't put his finger on it. Oh well, he just take it as flattery. By the time they finished talking, they'd reached the school gate. Maybe because of the holiday the next day, many parents had come to pick up their kids. Rows of luxury cars made Hyung's eyes light up with envy. But Chen Donglai spotted the Cullinan in the most prominent spot. With a hint of pride in his tone, he said to Desyuang, "My ride's here. I'm off." Desyuang also saw the Cullinan. As he watched Chen Donglai about to leave, he blurted out, "Lai Zi, I really envy you for having such a good dad." Chen Donglai almost tripped over his own feet. "You little brat." Even among the sea of luxury cars at the school gate, the Cullinan stood out. When parents saw Chen Donglai dressed in a school uniform get in, they all asked their kids about him, but their children's answers made them laugh or cry. "Oh, that Chen Donglai, he was on that reality show. He's really bad at studying. But lucky for him, he has a good dad who owns a game company. Luxury cars are like toys to him." The parents felt their kids were subtly mocking them.